So me and my friends co-founded the first GSA in Tucson, actually in Arizona. That was at Tucson High back in the early 90s. And so when I came onto campus, there was a closet at best that was the LGBT center. I'm not sure what it was called then, but I don't think it was called that. And I knew that there were other people on campus, but they were so spread out. And as a young person, I went there a couple of times, and it was basically a desk, a bookcase, and some books. And that piqued my interest, at least, in going to the local feminist bookstore, Antigone, and finding out more information about my community, what it meant to be queer. At the time, I was still identifying as gay. And I got disqualified from the U of A. So when I finally came back, we had a full-fledged center. And I just was amazed at the progress in such a short amount of time to have a center.
The Pride Center has just been really, really beneficial to me as an LGBT person, and like making friends who like understand my struggles as a queer person, and who can also like open me up to understanding other people's struggles, like as queer people of color, or as people who are more towards the non-binary or trans feminine sides of things. And it's just been a very comforting place where like if things are like really stressing me out, or if I'm dealing with a lot of queer phobia in other areas of my life, I know that I can go there and be supported in the ways that I need to be.
The LGBTQ Resource Center has just been generally a very good and a very nice place to relax, to be able to sit down and study, talk to people, read, and just not have to worry about what people are thinking for a few minutes, which is really nice.
It gives me a space to talk to people who may have had similar experiences to me, and just kind of express kind of the pent-up emotions that we have from going through a world that doesn't necessarily see our identities as normal or positive at all.
What really, helped me was becoming an intern at Pride Alliance, like being actively involved within the organization, and then learning about social justice and other identities. Like, I never felt more comfortable with my bisexuality or my queerness. And I also learning about others, people, different interpretation of their identities or queerness was really rewarding and solidified my comfort.
Having grad assistants and having staff that are able to help us and that understand what we're going through, having faculty who come in and do their office hours in the center that we can talk to about, schoolwork and things like that. Plus, I'm a part of organizations on campus. I'm in a sorority that caters to the queer community, and we do a lot of our recruiting and we do a lot of our events and stuff either in the center or alongside Pride Alliance and everybody else who works really closely with the center. And it's just one of those things that I can't imagine that there would be even a fraction of the community that there is if we didn't have the LGBTQ Resource Center on campus.
I joined OSTEM in my freshman year, and that's helped me more with being a queer person in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics departments. It's really helped me know that I'm not alone, that there are other people even within my major that identify as LGBTQ. And so OSTEM was a great way to reach out to these other people and other resources, get a feel for what different classes are more friendly, and it was one of the main reasons why I came to this campus.
It is very important that the center stays and that the center grows. Yes, certain things could change, but like no space is perfect, and the center does its best with the resources it's given by the university, and in no way can I express my gratitude enough to the faculty and staff of the center.
So my junior and now also my senior year, I've been the director of Pride Alliance, and like I said, it's just been the most impactful thing on me that I've done in college, and it's really grown my leadership skills. It's grown my ability to just feel confident in who I am and the type of work I want to do with my life. And it's given me, I mean, the most incredible community I could really ask for.
When I think of the Pride Center, I think of a lot of hugs and smiles and complimenting each other on our looks every day, because that happens a lot.
I found the center when I was going through a really, really hard time. I had just gone through a really bad breakup. I was starting my first year of college, and I just happened to stumble in, and everybody, they basically pulled me in and was just like, sit down, talk to us, what's your major, who are you? Like, wanted to know me, and it felt so good. And I think on that first day, they were like, you should come work here. And I was like, okay. And from then on, it's going on a year now. I have been with Pride Alliance. I'm now the head desk assistant. I feel like I have learned and grown so much more than I have ever. And it just feels really good because, like I said, I'm doing that work for myself to where I'm growing and I'm educating myself, but I'm also passing that on to other people's, and things are changing at my home life and at my work life just based on like how I choose to spread that information. So I couldn't even like put into words how much I appreciate the center, really. I love it.